Well, really, I have to interview this young lady right away, Miss Arkansas. She's absolutely amazing. I had her on my show a few months. A couple of times she's been on. She's always laughing. She's always got the energy. She's always got everything. Of course, this is Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host. How are you?
Oh, my God. I am amazing.
Well, I know that. You don't have to say you are amazing.
Well, since the last time I've seen you, I gained like 20 pounds.
Why? Oh, pandemic.
Yes.
So how did you like this pandemic? I mean, you've obviously, she's got through it with a smile on her face, obviously.
Yes. Well, once it first happened, I quit my boyfriend right before it happened. So
Did you have him on the set before?
No.
No. Oh dear.
So I got a
sorry
dog.
I mentioned that. Don't tell me you replaced your boyfriend with a dog.
Yes.
That is truly an insult. So you were really happy to get rid of him.
Yes. And now I'm ready to get rid of the dog.
You want to get rid of the dog now?
He too spoiled. It's like he won't stay away from my feet. He want to follow me all through the apartment.
Who wouldn't want to follow you everywhere?
Oh.
I mean, she's beautiful, and you're a happy soul, and he feels that. He feels the happiness. You're not ready.
That's the only reason I can't get rid of him, because he's been with me through all this.
Yes, he's building you up, and he's giving you companionship. What's his name?
Pepper.
Pepper. And it's a boy, obviously.
Yes.
What sort of dog?
Shih Tzu mixed with something.
Is she big dog or little dog?
He about that big. He ain't real big.
Have you had dogs before?
Yeah, not like this one.
She wants him but doesn't want him, right?
I'm going to keep him.
You're going to keep him?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you doing with your life? What's happening now with
the things have started opening back up. I'm a regular at a new comedy club called the Extreme Comedy Club over on Sunset.
Okay.
And that's with the
You are a regular?
Yes.
And being a regular, is that once or twice a week or?
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday?
Yes.
What's the address? What's the name of the place? Tell the front camera.
The Extreme Comedy Club over on East Sunset. You got to look it up.
Yeah, look up the
But
address.
it's every Thursday with the ventriloquist William and Wilson.
Okay. And what time do you perform?
The door open at 8. The show start at 9. And it's only $20 to get in.
So this is perfect, because a lot of shows start at 7 o'clock, and I call it the afternoon for Vegas, because it's like the afternoon. So when a show starts at 9 o'clock, that's a reasonable time for a show to start.
Yes.
You've had dinner, you've had drinks, and is it a supper club? Can you eat there? Or is it just drinks?
Well, they have different venues. People got one young lady sell like nachos. Oh my God, and they are so delicious.
Oh, and that's fattening too.
And then sometimes you might have somebody selling soul food, or one lady was selling Jamaican food. So it just depends.
Well, wait a minute. Jamaican food is good.
Okay.
Jamaican food is good. I lived in Jamaica for 9 months, so I know what Jamaican food is all about. They have fish for breakfast. They mix fish with eggs it's like a scrambled egg thing with fish in it. Delicious the way they make it.
Okay.
But it's the way you make things that make good food.
Well, you don't look like the pandemic did nothing to you.
It did nothing for me at all. And in fact, I have no idea about the pandemic. It's funny you should say that. They're all talking about, 2020 completely disappeared. And I'm thinking to myself, what happened to 2020? It surely disappeared.
Right.
But I didn't get involved with this pandemic. I still did. I went out. I mean, I had to wear a mask where I had to wear a mask. I didn't wear one where I didn't have to wear one. It didn't affect me one bit.
It didn't affect me either, because what they call it when you're still working, essential or whatever.
So, you're working.
Right. I
wasn't
wasn't working, but I had 2 boyfriends. One was working and the other one was getting Social Security. So if the one that was working got sick, that check was still going to come on the 3rd for the other one.
Yeah.
So I was okay.
Just like Miss Arkansas has it all worked out. What one doesn't pay, the other one does. So you have 2 boyfriends, so you kicked one out and got 2 back.
Yes.
She's very happy about this. Now, is there a preference? We have to touch this very carefully now. Is there a preference of which one you like more than the other? Is it the one that's got more money or the other one that hasn't? Which one?
Well,
does money come? I think money does come into it a bit.
I prefer the one that get it on the 3rd. Because that check going to be the same every month.
Every month?
Yeah, that amount going to be the same.
I hate to do I'm going to do this, though. I hate to do this. How much is it for?
I think he get like 2,000 or something.
2,500
yeah,
or 2,200 around
yeah.
that. Yes, and how old is he?
He like 63.
Yeah, the reason I know is because he's on disability.
Right.
Yeah. And this is what they get paid, and then they can get food stamps, and then they can get something. They get all sorts of different, all different things. So you can actually live. The 2,200 is just maybe a little bit for the rent, and then the rest is for whatever you want. You don't have to earn a dime. Now that's the number. Wait a second. That's number 1. So now, he may be number 2. I'm not sure. I think he's number 1 because he gets that check every week. He's number 1 because she gets that check every month on the 3rd. The 3rd of every month. So he's put to bed. He's fine. What's that? Well, not literally, but you know what I'm getting myself in a mess here. All right, what about the second one? This is funny.
The second one really was the first one, but anyway, we was together 12 years. He's a trucker.
Okay.
So
so he's out of town a lot.
Yes,
which is cool.
So
women love that.
He pretty much sent something Walmart to Walmart, so let him just stay on the road.
Let him stay on the road. So he's not around much.
No.
You kind of got, so you're just keeping this guy.
Yeah, he don't know about him though.
Do you know, they think men are tricky. But
don't y'all listen to this. Don't be out there cheating, okay? If you got a good one, do right by him.
Have you got a
when
good
I
one?
get a good one, I do right.
Well, I don't have one at the moment, so maybe we can find one for me out there. Maybe I should have 2 or 3 or 4.
Don't do it.
Get myself in a whole lot of trouble. No, I think I'm happy how I am. All I do is work. I mean, I like working.
Overall, the comedy been going well. Last month, I went home back to Arkansas.
Yes.
I was in Blythesville. I did this man's 60th birthday party for him.
Oh, how lovely.
Was able to see children, grandchildren, sister, brothers, and all, kids and all that.
Do you have any children?
I have 4.
Oh, my goodness.
They grown and gone. But, and 11 beautiful grandbabies.
11 grandchildren?
Yes.
She doesn't look old enough. I mean, you look like you're 35 years old.
No. Man, I was so excited to get to the 50 mark. I figured, I could get discounts and this and that and that. Got to 52, and then I go in these places, they say, you got to be 55.
Oh, no.
I'm like, man, I
want my discount.
But while in Arkansas, that was in Blythesville, and I went over to Little Rock, Arkansas, which is the capital.
Okay.
And I went to the Looney Bin, and they was having a
What do you mean the Looney Bin?
It's a
Looney
comedy
Bin
club.
in England. Looney Bin in England is a
crazy place. Right. No, this is a comedy club. They had a comedy competition, and I actually won, and they bring me
You
back.
win everything.
That comes
You know
from
why,
being
don't you? Because she has the talent. She has the talent.
And then people, not bragging or nothing, they love me because I don't have to pick people out the crowd to talk about, to try to get a laugh. And if I say something, you can laugh with everybody,
yes. So you draw everybody in.
Yes.
Because, and what she's talking about is when you're on stage, which we've both been many times,
right.
you have a left, a middle, and a right. And you choose somebody there, and somebody there. And that's what you kind of laugh, and they think you're talking to everybody. But you don't. You have them all.
That's
right. You draw them all in.
Yes.
How do you do that? Natural?
It's just... Yeah, you could say natural. I've been doing it a little over 30 years, and I try to explain to the up-and-coming comedians, I get in there early enough where I could talk to the people.
Yes.
And get them ready for me.
Yes.
And
you know who they are. And maybe you could have a little joke with them because you know what they've been doing and what's been happening.
Yes. And then, I do my thing, but I am a believer in God, and I take out a few minutes and say me a prayer. And if I say a prayer, I believe what I done prayed. So I ask him to allow those people to receive me allow me to receive those people.
Yeah.
And when I go out there, it's
process.
just, yes.
It's a whole process. It's not just being a comedian.
Right before the pandemic, I was blessed to go to the Apollo with the Academy Award winner Monique. And after those people treated me like I was Whitney Houston or somebody, she got rid of me.
She got rid of you.
Yes, but you know what I love about it, Nina? I like how God worked. When she got rid of me, Las Vegas got rid of her.
Really?
She was at the SLS Hotel and Casino, and it's like she got rid of me one week, Las Vegas got rid of her the next week.
And then you came into Vegas.
Yes.
See, it's funny, but we don't quite believe what goes on out there and what happens. It's truly what you put out there is what you get back.
Right.
And if you don't put the right thing out there, then you don't get back the right thing.
That's right.
And it's all up to you. And we all want to blame somebody else for whatever happens, but it's nothing to do with anybody else. It's to do with you.
Well, I want to get this in before
your
show in on today. Mr. Ron McCrory. I hope you see this.
Ron McCrory. Okay, so we're going to have a little something on Ron McCrory.
Yes,
he was on a lot of my shows. He was when I was at the Pepper Mill. He was on 2 or 3 shows and everything else. And there's a bit of a story about him. I don't know the whole story. I just know that he brought a lot of people on, and he was putting an event on.
Yes, on
so
pay-per-view.
you take it from there. Of what you would like to say. I have no idea, but we have not rehearsed this, so I have no idea.
No, she don't know what I'm getting ready to say, but what I am getting ready to say, he used her platform to bring a lot of us in, like me, Comedian MsArkansas, Treasure, an amazing R&B artist, his drummer, just to name a couple of them. We was on there with Big Red from the 5 Heartbeat, James Harthorne. Yes. Mr. George Wallace, a legendary comedian. But those 2, I believe, they got paid. But all the rest of us still on today haven't been paid. And this man that's getting ready to work for me as a manager gave him a call like last week asking concerning my money. And he gave him a real good cussing.
Really?
Just
Your
because
manager?
The manager didn't curse him. Ron cursed him out.
Oh, well, but why? Because he hadn't paid you.
Right.
So why do you think, it seems to me that the show ended up as a disaster. Right. Is that correct?
I believe so. I believe he didn't make the money that he was intending to make. And the right thing to do was to reach out to me, if not the rest of them, and say that.
Yes.
And I could have respected it more instead of for months constantly lying to me and then stop answering your phone and texts and stuff.
Do you think his intentions were good when he first started doing this to get it together? Because if I remember rightly, he had all these people on for him, which is fine. But I also saw that he wasn't getting the sponsors and the people he wanted.
Right.
Was that the downfall of the whole thing?
Well, he said he had to put out like $20,000 or something for all this, which I don't believe because it didn't look like $20,000 worth of work.
And you would know, what put into things.
And then he want to talk about how his family with the mob and his family will do this and his family will do that. I have a real big family too, but they ain't gonna go out fighting and hurting nobody just because of mess I'm in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, so my thing is don't brag off your family and what your family can do, because that'll end up getting
That's not what you can do. This is your...
That's right. This your mess.
This is your mess. So,
right.
Anything else you'd like to say about...
I would just like to say, karma is real. And if he do decide not to pay us, which me personally, he can have it. I'm just going to leave him in God's hand and let him deal with it, because normally when people do wrong by you and you doing right, something happened anyway.
Something's going to happen anyway.
But I think...
I think you, Ron, you still have time to do right, if you can. At least you could, all the people you didn't pay, probably call them and, apologize.
If he didn't do nothing but get a $500 that he promised up front, I'll take that. Yeah. If you can't give me the $10,000 and all that other crap you promised, Give me the 500. I can still use it. But it's just sad to know
just
he didn't pay people.
Right.
And he was bragging on how MsArkansas sold the most tickets. Then he said he was giving $5,000 to somebody, a lucky winner. No one never received that either. So
no. Well, I know I never got paid, but then I never asked to get paid. I just did it out of what we do. Vegas Live with Ninon gives a platform to anybody, everybody who would like to come in. I mean, I've had homeless people on my show, and I've had millionaires on my show. Doesn't really make any difference to me at all. If they need a platform to get their message out there, then let's do that. That's what we do. So I just hope, Ron, that you maybe try to do the right thing and get some good karma coming around.
That's right. But if he don't give me anything, I got a lesson out of it. No one else can do it to me.
No.
Lawyers gonna have to talk for me.
There you go.
I'm not doing it no more.
So let's where can people see you, MsArkansas?
Well, this Thursday, like I said, over at the Extreme Comedy Club on East Sunset. Look it up. But the door open at 8, show start at 9, and we will have you out of there no later than 10:30. And it's only $20 to enter. And over at Level 1 on South Main Street, I started an open mic night, and it was on Tuesday, but the owner wanted to switch it to Wednesday. So just continue to follow me so you'll know exactly what day I'll be doing that. But it's open mic night with MsArkansas over at the Level 1 on Main Street.
You got a joke for me?
Yeah, let me give you one.
Yeah, I want a joke. I want to leave. This is my last guest of this week. I want to leave with a laughter, because that's what life is all about, laughing.
Y'all know what? It's this one guy, he get drunk all the time. But he make it to church. He said, Pastor, I want to be baptized. Pastor, come to church Sunday. I'm going to baptize you. He messed up and got drunk, but he made it to church. He went staggering up to that water. Pastor put him in there. He said, I baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Brought him up, say, you see Jesus? That drunk said, no. He put him back in the water. I baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Brought him up, say, you see Jesus? That drunk said, no. He did it the 3rd time. He held him down there so long, I almost drowned him. I baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Brought him up, say, you see Jesus? That drunk said, you show me up under there.
What a great way to close. Thank you for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. MsArkansas was amazing, absolutely wonderful, great messages, what she's doing, how she's doing it, and everything else. Don't forget to go to YouTube and subscribe. And also I'd like to thank my producer, who is absolutely Miss Steve Sibo. Yep, that's you. And also we have that beautiful, wonderful, what's your name again? Lynn Cusia. She's amazing. She takes care of all the talent and everything. Amazing. And most of all of you out there, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting us. Take care. We'll be right back next week. Take care. If you enjoyed the last show we just did and all the other shows, don't forget to subscribe. Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. We've got plenty more coming up, and our guests are amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.